My old man was a Presbyterian minister and believed strongly in making sure that the church and community and charities got the first 10%, if not more. And they said, we'll go without an extra car, we'll whatever, it's important to give the first fruits to God. And all throughout his life, he continued to give back into the plate. I remember saying to him as a young man, or even boy, I said, Dad, the church doesn't pay you very much. You could get a raise if you just put less in the plate, because it comes back to you anyway as a salary as a minister. Why don't you just put less in? He says, it's wrong, it's about giving to others. And my dad died about 4 years ago, and there were about 800 or 900 people who showed up. And the number of stories I heard about people giving, about my dad giving to them. You know, he gave me 20 bucks one time. Your dad kind of took me in. Your dad had no idea. He'd been doing this all his life. You know, tremendous gratitude. It's that message of sacrifice and give to others first is a value that stuck with me a lot.
You know, my parents were Depression kids, and that's how they were raised. And everything they had, they shared. And you took care of your neighbors, you took care of your family, you helped others, and that's not necessarily so today.
We talked about patriotism, we've talked about loyalty, those type of things. It's near and dear to my heart. My father was in World War II, so you kind of grow up with that American spirit and drive, and that was one thing we had a lot of discussion over, and some of the pictures at the end that we talked about evoked those kind of emotions with people. So that and kind of team spirit and, you know, being part of something better, you know, a group rather than individualism. So we talked about a lot of different things, you know, it was a litany of them. But yeah, that about what it was to be an American was kind of pulled on the heartstrings, you know.
I have a sense of love for this country. And I was raised with a great sense of patriotism at my house. I think my mother was born on the 4th of July, in fact, and has always been quite a flag waver herself. She liked to wave the flag, still does. If the television, the Tigers are playing and they're playing the national anthem, she stands up in her living room, whether she's alone or with anybody. And that's the kind of home that I grew up in, love of country. As I get older and things change, I get very disappointed in my country sometimes, but I love my country.